Warp Pipe Wednesday.
Yes, we're back. We're back. We skipped a week. I'm sorry for the Warp Pipe Wednesday, but I did announce a new series for the channel. So shout out to my friend.
Unbeknownst to me,
Yeah, Jay didn't even know.
I was like, wait, it's Tuesday. Why am I seeing Warp Pipe? Oh, wait, this isn't Warp Pipe Wednesday.
So we're doing the monthly Warp Whistle. I'm going to try to put out at the beginning of the month and have the 4 episodes of the previous month with some clips in it, essentially. It's like a highlight reel of our past episodes in case you missed them or maybe you didn't see a part or whatever. But I figured this would be a new way to get some more content out, essentially. Trying to whistle the yeah. I thought I did a pretty good job of adding the so in between each when it goes from episode 95 to 96, you see the tornado go and you hear the sound from the
It
Mario
looks
warp whistle.
freaking legit.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm all about that aesthetics.
I can tell. I was impressed.
Yeah, the first one took a little bit to set up because obviously I was getting all the, like I said, aesthetics and and I thought it was helpful. I wasn't sure if I was going to leave. I have a little thing come up that has the episode name and title. And I left it on the entire segment because I figured maybe people would forget what we're talking about or what the episode's supposed to be about.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was helpful because I also cut it like maybe we're talking the first 2 minutes and then I cut 20 minutes into the same episode. So like this is the same episode 95 or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see. More content out there and for people to enjoy. So it's working on that.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of random podcasts this week, Russ, and been getting some ideas for us. So I got some segments I'm working on. I totally had planned to sit down tonight and write more of this out. So I don't know if it's ready for tonight. I could ask you a couple if you want to do a test run. Or can save it till I'm fully prepared. You let me know.
Well, yes. I mean, do we want to do them for each series for Warp Pipe Wednesdays? Maybe. I almost feel like the Warp Pipe Wednesdays are easy to fit in the segments because we're just talking about nonsense stuff. Whereas on Saturday, it's a designated topic. And sometimes the topic takes up 40, 50 minutes, and then we're adding extras.
I would say this would be a fun way to make Warp Pipe Wednesday a little more fun.
Okay.
So, totally ripping off some ideas from our boys over at Pixel Podcast, though.
It's fine with me. I mean, we're only 2 people, so it's a little hard to get the same vibe. But they have
it's true.
A crew.
It's true. So like one of the ideas is like keep it or kill it. Okay,
Shit,
you have to keep one, you have to kill one.
Okay. Keep it or kill it. A rabbit.
So
it's not animals, right?
No, not yet. The first one is Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis, Russ. Which one would you keep? Which one would you kill?
I mean, I've always been a Nintendo person, so I'd have to keep Super Nintendo. Unfortunately, kill Sega Genesis.
That's me. Okay. What about like McDonald's or Burger King? Which one do you keep? Which one do you kill?
Oh, that one's tough because I like certain things from each place.
Mm-hmm.
I did have McDonald's today. I went there instead of Burger King. I'd probably say
sounds like an easy answer then.
I'd probably go with McDonald's. I do like Burger King certain stuff on there, but I find myself oftentimes going to McDonald's more. So we're killing Burger King on my pick here.
All right. Street Fighter 2 or Mortal Kombat?
In the arcade, we're using the arcade, I guess, obviously, not the home ports.
Sure. Whatever. Or I would say I would lump them all in together. So you either get the arcade,
the whole
NES,
franchise. Yeah.
Man,
that is a tough one.
I already know. You want to know my answer?
They're both fighting games.
I keep Street Fighter. I kill Mortal Kombat.
That's your route. I
love Street Fighter so much more.
I definitely have fond memories of, like, playing Street Fighter in, like, a local, what would you call it was called a Quick Stop, like a little bodega or whatever you would say. But they also got Mortal Kombat in there as an arcade machine, and seeing that when Scorpion took his mask off and lit another man on fire was pretty amazing. Um, Man, that is tough. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with you can't really see it. There's my Street Fighter
Oh,
cat.
I see Street Fighter. Yes, that's totally agree.
So I will too keep Street Fighter and unfortunately kill Mortal Kombat. Pretty
Okay,
fair.
I'm gonna pick 2 more.
Okay.
Uh, Batman or Spider-Man?
Batman.
Keeping Batman?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I've been playing a lot of the Spider-Man games, so I've been kinda enjoying Spider-Man again, but I didn't really read a ton of, like, Spider-Man comics, and I enjoyed the movies, but I just feel like Batman I was more into.
Gotcha. Last one, The Simpsons or Family Guy?
Yeah, I mean, it would seem like it's a tough one. I definitely watch way more Simpsons, and we were talking about doing a Simpsons favorite episode where I'll have to probably go back and watch a little bit more Simpsons, but I would get rid of Family Guy.
Gotcha.
Being an '80s, '90s baby, right? You gotta
Yeah,
show
I
those
mean, like, I
classics.
feel like I'm more nostalgic for The Simpsons, but as I
Mhm.
got older, I bet I watched Family Guy a lot more.
I would say maybe we can do, to be more on par with each other. Because I feel like, Family Guy came out later than The
It
Simpsons
did.
there. So you'd almost do, like, Ren and Stimpy or Rocko's Modern Life.
I was gonna bring Ren and Stimpy up, but I didn't know what to compare it to. But if you're choosing those 2, I'm picking Ren and Stimpy every time.
Right. I mean, definitely different vibes for sure.
Mhm.
Same era where Rocco's more lighthearted and
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy has its moments. I've seen a TikTok come up and it was like, these are the shows we watched when we were a kid, and it was a episode where Stimpy was like a big celebrity, this and that, and Ren ended up being his what would you call it? President of the fan club of the Stimpy
Okay.
fan club to kind of be like, okay, hey, you could be president. And he's like, oh, okay, like thought it was good, but then a couple days passed and he's just getting more annoyed. And so they're sleeping in bed and Stimpy's passed out and Ren's just talking crazy and it's just showing all this imagery and he's just like talking about how he basically just could kill him in his sleep. And he's like,
Oh, lord.
and it's just going like, what were we watching as kids?
Yeah. Ren and Stimpy was, it was pretty demented and twisted.
For sure. Yeah.
I remember do you remember the character Powdered Toast Man?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He would fly backwards and they would ride him and squeeze his buttocks as they float. This like, "What's going on here?" It's, like, just so bizarre, you know? Or
Powder toast man.
there was one where they were, like, rubber nipple salesmen,
That's right. Yeah.
and he was like, "Sir, are your knees cold?" And he, like, pops the rubber nipples on his knees. It's like, what
Oh,
a weird
it
sales
was a wild
pitch.
time. It was a wild time. Yeah. Yeah. I'll definitely have to pick up the DVDs and check that out. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. It might be, but
So, I thought I had written more ideas down, but I think one of the other ones was, like, movies from, like, the '80s and '90s that didn't get NES games, and I wrote down one example, and I was like I said, the idea was to flesh this out, but, like, I don't know, I don't remember what the gist of this idea was. I think of all kind of stuff while I'm working, and I, like, make little notes, and sometimes it's coherent, sometimes it's not, but, like, I was like, "What if they made Tremors into an NES game?"
mhm.
Because they made, like, every other movie from the '90s.
Right. That's what it's. You got like Beetlejuice, you got Batman, Die Hard, Darkman. We talked about so many movies
Yeah,
got NES games.
yeah.
Tremors, I feel like Tremors though, I feel like would have been on Sega Genesis
You
for
think
some
so?
reason. I don't know. I'm just like,
Seems a little edgier.
right. I don't know. I feel like it would do better on Genesis for some
Maybe
reason,
so.
but or Super Nintendo, maybe. Tremors, the video game. What would it look like?
Oh, it was movies to make NES games out of. Yeah, so Tremors, and then I guess I was gonna come up with more, but then I never did.
It's all right. So, what? Maybe each week we'll do a couple, like kill it or save it or
People to
whatever.
kill it, yeah,
We could do different
and then
franchises.
yeah. So I have more ideas, but obviously I don't remember 'em right now. So instead of ranting on about something I can't think about, we can just move on.
Fair enough. So I do have a cool shirt on. If you can see, it says Bit
That's
Brigade.
subjective.
No, it is a cool shirt.
No, I'm just joking. I love it.
If you're watching on YouTube, it's got Mega Man box art, but it's like the European version.
European.
See if you can see it. The microphone in the way. You can kind of get the gist of it. So it's a band I went to go see last week with my buddy Rax the Great. Aldo was there, David Apuzzo, and Mike Levy. We all met up. I was like, these guys are coming to town. We need to go check them out. If you do not know who Bit Brigade is, they are a band that plays video game music while one of their bandmates plays the Nintendo game. So he's speed running the game and they're playing the music. So their set list that we saw was let's see, Castlevania and then Legend of Zelda. And we got a bonus of Marble Madness because
Oh, nice.
there was technical difficulties and the guitarist actually needed to switch guitars. So it's funny, a lot of people, he's like, everyone asks like, what happens if I forgot the person's name, but the guy playing the NES like messes up. And he's like, usually he could correct himself and we'll get back into the action and finish up. But no one asks, what if one of the guitarists strings breaks during the set because it's basically a set. It's not one song. Their one song is the entire gameplay straight
Right.
through. So, and these are a lot of like melodic harmonies on guitar. So he had to like switch guitars in between. So it was a little bit not full. But after that, he was like, all right, we got some time to kill. So he ended up playing Madness because I think it's only 5 levels or
Yeah.
6 levels. Very easy to beat, like
Did he
within
beat
like
it?
he did, yeah.
Wow, that's a hard game to beat.
And it was like I played it tons of times, and everyone's got to at least level 3, I think, and then after
Level
that, you're
3
like,
is like the death sentence. You
so.
don't make it past level 3 unless your name is Megadan29.
But they did Castlevania, and then they did Legend of Zelda, and a few of my friends were wondering, like, do they just keep playing the same tracks? And I'm like, no. So like, they'll start off with like, doing that, and
Yeah.
then they'll do, like, songs from, Zelda 2, Link's Awakening, Link to the Past. They'll kinda switch it up.
Well, how do they play the game like that then? Or is that when they not play a game with?
Yeah, I mean, they're just playing it while he's walking through the overworld or whatever. Like, they'll designate, like, this song is when he's traveling in the overworld. Then he enters a dungeon, and they'll switch to some other song. But for the
The
most
dungeon
part,
song?
just because the dungeon song and the overworld song are the same song for every dungeon and all that, it would be too
Right.
repetitive to keep playing it over
Gotcha.
and over. So that's why they switched it up a little bit.
That's
But
cool.
it was freaking awesome. I had a good time checking it out, and hopefully I'll get to see them play again. So yeah, I was
Is
rocking their
is
shit.
Rex the Great gonna make a comeback?
He said we were chatting a little bit, and he said he unlisted or relisted, I think, a bunch of his video game videos. And he's been streaming. I seen him pop up streaming. He's been playing Final Fantasy Rebirth.
I need to make
So
sure I'm still subscribed because sometimes YouTube likes to
unsubscribed you from.
unsubscribe people after a long time. So let's check and see.
Oh, I was gonna
Because
say
Rex, oh, see, look at that. I knew it. I was like, there's probably a good chance I'm not.
no subscribed.
See, we're gonna
So yeah,
subscribe right now.
say subscribe right now. Check
Boom.
it out, buddy.
There you go, Rex.
So
Just for you.
I was working on some more of these overlays, and I did do a sweet Legend of Zelda overlay that's gold.
Very cool.
I'm making these NES stickers essentially, and I'm selling them for $10 a piece, shipped to you. I did a DuckTales one
Ooh.
that came out pretty awesome. Of course, the Castlevania.
Ba-dum, bow, bow, ba-da-bow, bow, bow, bow.
We did.
Hey, did you ever notice that the thing at the top looks like a scary faces on it?
Oh, what, like where the moon is?
I don't know. It just looks like like there's like a tree in the middle,
Oh yeah, huh?
and and it has like ears and eyes and a
Like
mouth,
like right next to the sea.
like a goblin. I never noticed that.
So yeah, I've been farting around with those. Some people have been asking for certain ones, so I'm trying to see if I can move them. Some people
Did you
get them.
send me one, Russ?
No, I didn't yet. No, I got to send you the this one here, the Nintendo Kid.
Yeah, because I'll be hitting 10,000 soon.
Nice on the
I've been
YouTubes.
popping out a couple shorts here and there to help further that along a little more quickly.
Right, I did
I'm
see
becoming
some
a
of those come
shorts
up.
channel. Just kidding,
Oh,
but
fair enough. Whatever
um,
works.
I'm just kidding. I'm not. Well, maybe I am. I don't know, but just trying to push that algorithm a little bit so when I finally make a full length, you guys get notified. So, which I'm going to be working on a new video here soon. Top 10 NES games that I want to complete. These are like games I got into for whatever reason stepped away,
Hmm.
but I want to get back on it. Beat 'em, Russ.
There you go. Yeah, I said I was going to do a follow up video when she released that.
Oh, that's right. We already talked about this. You're going to do a response. And one of the things I've done is I've reached out in the community tab and I said, hey, if you want to be a part of this video, because I want like different channels to be like number 7 or like this, you know, this is Rex the Great, number 7 or whatever. That
Oh,
way, like
okay,
they
that's a
kind
good
of
way to
like
do it.
give themselves a little shout out.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go full Donald Trump and we're gonna make YouTube great again. I thought about making it small, make YouTube small again,
Yeah.
because like get that community feel back again. Sometimes I feel like that gets lost, especially some of the bigger channels because you know, all they do is hang out with their big friends. So I figured let's hang out with the small friends 'cause there's more of us than there is of them.
So I was in a part of a collaboration video. I ended up one of the guys from the Game Beaters reached out to me right here, and they did 12 homebrew games for retro consoles worth playing today. They put out the video
Nice.
3 days ago, and they got a
On these. Oh,
bunch of collaborators on here. So they have John Riggs on here. John Hancock, I believe, was on here as well. Yeah, there's John Hancock. And then you got your boy Russ Lyman here talking about Batty Zabella on the Game Boy for a new
nice.
Game Boy game. I did do a live stream of that, so I got to go in there. We also got Jay from Square Pigs was showing off this game here, The Cursed
That looks
Knight.
sick, actually.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta pick this one up. That one looks
Yeah, that
fun.
looks cool.
This
Flight
is
of
a
Tigris?
yeah, and it's a
That's
Master
funny.
System game too.
Oh, dope.
So yeah, if you guys want to check it out,
Master System.
the Game Beaters. He's got like, I don't know, must have been like 10 or 12 people that collaborated on here.
Who are the Game Beaters? That sounds so familiar.
I don't know their physical names, but this is the Game Beaters right here.
Oh, look, it's like a Bonnet Commando logo.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that one there. This
That's
is like Metal
sick.
Gear. So,
Game
yeah, they're doing
Beaters.
good. They got 4,280 subscribers, 500 videos.
Sick.
And yeah, they put out some
They're working
fun
hard,
content.
beating games.
That's right. So, check them out if you haven't already. Did that collaboration. Maybe I'll get some subscribers from there. I don't know. I'm trying to keep the retro content going. I was kind of racking my brain of like, what's easy content I can do that I can pump out where when I say
OnlyFans.
easy, it's I don't
The
want to
easiest
do
thing there is.
hours of editing. I have ideas for videos, but then it's like, oh, then I got to capture all this gameplay footage, or I got to do research to say the right information. It's like I'd love to just like hold up something and just chat about it for 10 minutes and then put that video out.
I thought about doing like a weekly update video, like what's NES Addict doing?
Mhm.
NES addict, what you doing? Kind of a theme song I was thinking about. Let's find out. Yeah. Just kidding. um, I don't know. We'll see if it happens though.
I mean, who you were saying was talking about, like, 3 games in his NES collection instead of getting new
Uh,
games?
yeah.
You had
I think
brought
it's
that
like
up.
5 games.
Okay.
Shoot, I can't remember his name. He was in our thing last week.
Right, right.
But yeah, like I don't know. I haven't gotten any more NES games for my collection because I was doing the Awesome NES collection, where I was like giving people updates on how my collection was going. I don't
Mhm.
think I bought a Nintendo game in like a year, so it's
So there
not
goes
going great.
there goes that series.
There goes that series out the window. I've been meaning to go to the game cavern where my buddy old Pac-Man case works, and
Mhm.
maybe pick up one or two little fillers just to
Oh,
get
yeah.
get the series back up. I don't know. We'll see.
See what happens.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a comment shout out. If you guys are watching on YouTube and you leave comments, we'll, shout you guys out.
Comment shout out.
What did they say?
This one is from Brian Starlord. He says, "You should do
Get it
90s
right, Russ.
snacks, part 2 or even part 3. I see online list of snacks from the 90s you forgot about, and you guys may have covered a quarter of them. Would be cool to go through a list and look at the pictures and talk about them. A lot of Facebook pages I follow will post like that with 100 pictures of snacks from the 90s.
Oh
I
wow.
remember, but I would never been able to think off the top of my head.
Like Jello pudding pops. I was trying to talk like Bill Cosby. Totally failed.
Or the push
Sound
pops.
nothing like Bill Cosby.
Because then we had 2 we have the push pop ice cream and then the push pop that's a lollipop.
Yeah. The ice cream
Um,
was like orange sherbet,
right.
right?
Mhm. Some of the flavors. So, yeah,
Do
that
you
could be
remember pudding
definitely.
pops? Jello pudding pops.
Oh, yeah. And
Dude, those
wouldn't it
things
co
were incredible.
now I'm trying to think, were they? Because they had no, I think those were
They had like a
fudgesicles.
pudding consistency.
Because it was like a thicker, like, it wasn't like a narrow pop, right? I'm trying
No,
to
yeah, it
describe it.
was wider.
It was wider,
And
and
then
I
like
think
if you put it in your mouth and melted the ice covering off of it, it was kind of like puddingy inside, but not
yes.
like a little harder than pudding.
And didn't they have, I don't know if it was like a 3-pack, I wanna say there was, like, straight chocolate and then, like, the chocolate with the lighter chocolate in it?
Like vanilla swirl, like a vanilla chocolate swirl.
Kinda, yeah, I feel unless they were just full straight packs and I got assorted ones, but I feel like the pack itself was assorted. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I think it was like vanilla and chocolate and then like a swirl. They were
Yeah, so
delicious.
we could definitely do an episode on that, like a part 2, like you said, because I was
Yeah,
like, I'm pretty sure
I
we
would
did
be
cover,
down.
so we'll add that. Oh, and then, Ty from Ty Gaming sent me a message on Instagram, and he said, "Hey, I'm listening to your Saturday 100th weekly Warp Pipe podcast. Here's a question of the week for you and Jay.
All right.
You and Jay have to build a dodgeball team from video game characters from the 80s and 90s. You each get 5 characters plus yourself, and you're going up against each other. Who are you guys picking?"
Ooh, I already know who my first one is.
Because I said, well,
I know who
I
my
said, we'd have to go back and forth because you can't just pick
Okay.
5 and then I pick, and then I'm like,
Okay.
wait.
Okay. Can I go first just because I already have one in mind
All right, all right.
and I don't want you to steal this person?
I feel like I need a pen to write these down. All right, I guess we can remember them.
Was it 6 players?
5 player. Well,
5.
he did say 5.
Because isn't it 3 in the front, 3 in the back?
Well, he said including us, so is it really 4? How many dodgeball people on
Oh,
there? You get 5 characters plus yourself, he says, so 6
okay. Plus,
characters.
okay, that
So
makes
just
sense. So
5,
I'm
we're
just
picking 5.
okay. Are you ready for my number one?
All right, number
Because I'm
1.
going first, like it or not. Princess Peach from Mario 2. You know why?
Why?
She's got that hover jump. She can just be like in the air and spike it.
That's true.
Here
You
goes
could
my
throw it at her
ESPN app. Sorry about that.
and she'll dodge it. I'll have to go with my boy, Mega Man.
Batman?
Mega
Oh,
Man.
Mega Man.
Mega Man. He's pretty good at soccer, right? He had a soccer game, so
He does. I have that game,
I feel like
surprisingly.
dodgeball would go pretty good.
Okay. Uh, hmm. I am going to go. See, I'm tempted. Golly, I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know their names, but one of
Okay.
the characters from River City Ransom
Okay.
because it's the same looking. They look very similar to that other
Mm.
volleyball game,
Right, right.
so they probably hang out with those dudes and play volleyball all the time. They're probably awesome at it.
Well, we're doing, didn't he say dodgeball, not volleyball?
Oh,
Yeah,
did he say dodgeball?
dodgeball team.
Oh, I'm thinking volleyball.
I mean, you
Well
can s
then,
I mean, yeah, because they look similar to the Super Dodgeball characters,
all
so
right.
I
Well then,
that would
screw my
fit.
first answer. Princess Peach is gonna do nothing.
No, I feel like that was good. She could float in the air, right, and dodge some
Maybe
stuff.
she can jump, float, and miss the balls. Right?
That's where I thought you were going with.
Okay, I'm thinking volleyball. We're talking dodgeball. I'm
Too
blowing it.
late already. All right, Princess Peach and the guy from River City Ransom.
Yep, River City Ransom, both
All right.
which were based off on the volleyball thought.
Well, I'll almost bounce off of you with that. So I got Mega Man, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
pick. Um, I'll go with Billy from Double Dragon because I'm pretty sure Billy and Jimmy were able to pick them in Super Spike V-Ball as characters, which was a volleyball game, but we're in dodgeball.
All right. So now that I know it's dodgeball, I'm picking Yoshi.
Okay, so he can like,
Oh, the person out, he can just stick his tongue out and grab it.
well, that's what I'm saying. When they throw it at him, he can,
Yeah.
and then,
Yep, and spit it right back out, probably even faster.
ooh, okay. So then this sparks me. I'll pick Karnov. I feel like he can
Yeah, Karnov, pretty
use some
beastly.
fire or something, or he has special abilities with that. I feel like that could work.
All right. So my next one I'm picking, based off the same thought as Yoshi, I'm going with Birdo. Also spitting the ball back at you
Oh, that is
super
true.
fast.
You almost got all Super Mario characters here with Peach,
I was right.
Yoshi, and Birdo. All right, where can I go for my what was it? Would be fourth pick? Mega Man. I even forgot who did I pick for number two.
Uh, you picked Double Dragon.
Mega Man, Double Dragon. Now I can't even remember the recap.
Shoot, we'll have to rewatch this and see.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, might as well pick again with my tattoo, Batman.
Going Batman.
Going Batman. He's pretty tactical. He can throw the ball down. Maybe he could throw some detonators to blow up an incoming ball.
Yep, I like it.
I dig it.
I'm going with which one though? I'm going with the Ninja Turtle. My first thought was Donatello. My second thought was Raphael.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go Raphael.
It's got the aggression.
He's aggressive. He's agile.
Hmm.
I think he would wreck somebody in volleyball or dodgeball.
Whichever sport it is.
Either one, both
Okay.
at the same time.
And then I'll choose. Shoot, I'm forgetting his name from Adventure Island. Mr. Higgins.
Oh, Master Higgins.
Master Higgins. He's t- he's tossing hammers and stuff like
That's
that.
right.
Maybe you get a skateboard out there.
He's pretty agile.
Right.
He's jumping over snails.
Feel like that team could work. Someone make it
Uh,
happen. It's like Smash Brothers.
there you go.
I think that was five.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below whose team will win between Russ and I.
Yeah, I'll have to do a poll.
There we go.
Sweet. I think that's a quick, fun weekly warp pipe here, or warp pipe Wednesday, rather.
I don't know if it was quick, but it was fun.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes.
That's on the long side for Warp Pipe Wednesday, isn't it?
Well, I'd say maybe it could be more of that if we're adding those different segments and
Those
stuff like that.
segments.
So it has some structure, and then we can chime in with what we're doing and what we're up to.
That's it.
Quick shout out to our Patreons. We got Dan and Nicole's Treasures Untold, Joe Sheevy, Trace Living Good, Samantha Chang, Rodney Torres, Retroholic16, and Austin Mills supporting the show over at patreon.com/Russ Lyman. Hey, if you want to call into the show, we got a phone number. It's 949-682-9277. 949-682-WARP. Leave us a voicemail.
Warp on over and leave us some messages.
There we go. I wish I could, I forget if there's a I haven't called it in so long. I forget if it's me talking on it that says like, "Hey, leave a message," or something. I'll have to double check to make sure there's like warp pipe sounds. Thanks for warping over. Warp, warp, warp. There's a
Yeah.
3-minute time limit. Be sure to leave your message after the beep. Beep. That wasn't the beep though. Okay, it's coming up.
I like that.
That'd be good. Sweet guys, appreciate you listening and watching. We'll catch you next episode.